This came up on CNBC this morning with Joe Kernan, whom I've always liked and I used to work with. And, you know, I'm liking him even more right now because he's sort of the stalwart over there. There's a few conservatives. Santelli's pretty good too. But he's giving Senator Chris Coon a heck of a time. So Coon is a surrogate, for lack of a better word, for Kamala Harris. And he's like, how can you sit there and defend the fact that she won't come on? Like, you'll come on, but she won't come on? Watch.
If she would come on this show, and just like you do, and hopefully President Trump's going to come on, but former President Trump, if she would come on, we could get answers to a lot of these things. And I'm just wondering, as a surrogate that advises the campaign, there is an effort to rope-a-dope this thing right to the election, in my view. And the other side's done 40 or 50 interviews with J.D. Vance. I think I don't have to take my shoes off to count on my fingers and toes how many interviews that she's done along with Governor Walz. And that looks like a deliberate effort just not to face the hard questions and to try to, I don't know, I think Americans might finally say, I don't like the way this is working. I want to know. I think Andrew was getting at that in another way, that we would like to know something. We'd like to see questions asked and answers provided for all these things. And we may never get that. We only got 40 days left.
We just had Vice President Harris say, yes, let's do another presidential debate. And Donald Trump say no. And you have to agree that a nationally televised hour-long debate is one way to answer a lot of direct questions.
So is just sitting down with an interview with anyone.
And one of the concerns I've heard, I'm here in New York for the UN General Assembly. I've met with heads of state from South America, from Africa, from Europe, from Asia, foreign ministers, defense ministers, heads of state. All of them have questions about the reliability of the United States and our relationships with core allies. That's one of the key factors I also hope voters will take into account, is that Donald Trump promised he would be an unconventional president, and he overperformed.
But the answer is she's too busy? That should be in a stack list. I got to learn how to use the term stack list. That would be number one for my stack list, is to be transparent and open about what my plans are if I'm elected president.
Yeah, but, Joe, you might actually have some plans. I don't think Kamala has any plans. I mean, other than some really scary ones, like let's just give $25,000 out to every single first-time home buyer. And maybe we can throw a special sweetener for those that are first generation, because if you just came over the border, we're going to give you even more. We can't afford it, ladies and gentlemen. We can't afford it. You saw what her Inflation Reduction Act, she's proud of the fact that she cast the final vote on that one to get it all through. My gosh, I wouldn't be bragging about that one, lady. That's what drove inflation through the roof, along with the Federal Reserve. Anyway, Joe's right. Like, they keep saying she's too busy. She's too busy. Too many things to do, places to go, people to see, commercials to shoot.
I have incredible confidence in both the Vice President and Governor Walz. They have shown that they are happy warriors. They are able to answer tough questions, and they are eager to get back into the debate.
He does not have to do it, Kara. I'm going to just cut to the chase. In fact, she's put out policies on her campaign website. Anybody who's truly interested can go and read about them.
She's done interviews, and I know that we would love, or you would love, to see her sit down every single day with CNN and do interviews.
She's done interviews. Okay, she did one interview with Timmy there on CNN, a real softball interview for 16 minutes? I'm sorry, that doesn't count. Okay, she wasn't challenged on anything. That little skit she did for a debate, courtesy of ABC News, that kind of didn't challenge her on anything, yet challenged Trump on everything. It was like 3 against 1. My gosh. So Kamala Harris actually had to face any scrutiny, and don't sit there and tell me that Oprah counted, okay? Because she didn't, and no one watched. It was just the clips that made the rounds on network news after the fact. So this woman is not actually coming forward, and I think Joe's right. They're trying to run out the clock. Let's just keep everything happy and nice. Let's go with the Taylor Swift thing. I don't think Taylor Swift helped you. Just look at the polls. Rasmussen, CNN, New York Times, Gallup, prediction markets like Polymarket. Just look at this stuff, ladies and gentlemen. It does not look good for Kamala Harris. Not good at all.